Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I swear my mom's gone crazy. She recently's been hoarding tons of toilet paper, but now it's backfired, and we have a serious problem on our hands. It first started when Mom saw the news about how people were starting to buy extra toilet paper to prepare for the global health crisis. It really set her off. Quick, we've got to get to the store before those stupid panic buyers get it all! I'll never forget standing in the checkout line of our local supermarket that day. We had 4 carts piled high with those 24-roll packs of toilet paper. Actually, you might have even seen us on the news, because a nice reporter happened to be there at the time. He asked Mom's permission to take our photos for a feature he was doing on the importance of being prepared, or something.
This just in. Selfish families are stockpiling toilet paper. Tonight at 6, we reveal which supermarkets have been most affected.
It wasn't until we got home that I realized just how much TP Mom had bought. There was enough to fill our spare room. I had no idea what she planned on doing with it all. Mom was definitely losing it. But anyway, so there's this old couple who live across the street from us, the Watkins, who Mom and I are pretty close with. I mean, just last school holidays, Mr. Watkins would come over every day and feed my goldfish sushi while we were on vacation. I guess they're kind of like our street's neighborhood watch, always sitting out on their front porch. Well, yeah, they must have noticed Mom stockpiling all the toilet paper, because Mr. Watkins showed up at our front door one afternoon asking Mom if she could spare a roll. Apparently, the stores were all out. He even offered to pay for it. Get this. Mom just glared at him. She told him she needed it and slammed the door in his face. I couldn't believe it. Then, as soon as he'd left, she ran out and started wiping down the door with disinfectant, like she was possessed. I'm guessing she felt bad about doing that, because she made me go over and offer to take Mrs. Watkins to the supermarket later that day, just after she found out they were dedicating an hour every morning for seniors to get basic supplies while they still had stock. Of course, Mrs. Watkins was over the moon, and the next morning we waited in line outside the store for most of the hour while Mrs. Watkins got to go in. She came back out with only 2 packs of toilet paper and a small bag of other stuff. That was all they'd let her buy. By the time Mom and I were allowed in, the shelves were bare, and the manager refused to ring nearby stores for Mom to see if they had any more stock. Mom wasn't happy. But then, listen to this. When we got back from the store, Mom snatched one of the packs of toilet paper out of Mrs. Watkins' hands as we were unloading the car. "Be grateful we even took you," Mom said. Mrs. Watkins was devastated, but just nodded and said, "Thanks, Karen," before she toddled back across the street. A few seconds later, I heard Mom yelling hysterically from the spare room. "I've been robbed!" she yelled. "It's gone!" Sure enough, the spare room was completely empty. All that remained, lying on the floor, where the great castle of toilet paper had once stood, were 3 single squares of toilet paper. When I checked the house to see if anything else had been stolen, I realized sushi was missing. His whole bowl was gone. Yet, everything else in our house remained untouched. Mom tried to report the whole situation to the police, but they hung up on her. Twice. And warned her she'd be arrested for being a public nuisance during such a sensitive time if she prank called again. Now what do we do? It doesn't make any sense. Who would steal Mom's toilet paper, and why would they take my goldfish? Subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below.